Hey folks. All right, we're going to talk about putting minor scales, natural, harmonic, and melodic minor scales on the staff. We've talked already about how to create a natural minor scale, and we looked at it first from the parallel perspective. We're going to do that too right now. I'm going to work with bass clef a little. I just spent a lot of time in treble clef, so let's work in bass clef for a bit. And let's look at an A major scale. Again, when I'm writing a major scale or any scale, I like to leave some space between the notes so I can add accidentals as I need them. So there I have A to A in the bass clef. I'm going to go to the piano, and I'm going to start with this A here. 1 to 2 is a whole step, 2 to 3, C sharp, whole step, 3 to 4, half step, D to 5 is a half step, E to 6 is a whole step, F sharp, to 7 is a whole step, G sharp, and then a half step back to A. So I ended up with a C sharp, an F sharp, and a G sharp. You can go over that a little more slowly if you need to. I just want to get these accidentals in the right place here. C sharp, F sharp, and G sharp. Now, that's an A major scale. Remember, one way to turn a major scale into a natural minor scale. So this is an A natural minor scale, not scare, as scary as it might seem. Scale. All right. Same thing, I'm going to start with note heads. And I'm going to put those accidentals in. Remember, I chose A for a very particular reason. You're going to see why here in a second. That the difference between a parallel major and minor scale, in this case A major and A minor, those are parallel scales because they both start with an A. The difference is a lowered 3rd, 6th, and 7th scale degree. That's why I chose this particular scale, because it happens to have a sharp on the 3rd, 6th, and 7th scale degrees. So what I'm going to do is go through with my little eraser here and take away that sharp. That changes the C sharp to C natural, F sharp to F natural, G sharp to G natural. And what we end up with is an A natural minor scale. Now, A minor happens to be the key that uses no black keys on the piano. It's all natural notes. It's all white keys on the piano from A to A. That's our A natural minor scale. And as you notice, the half steps are right where we expect them to be. In a minor scale, half steps are between 2 and 3. Definite sound of minor there. And then between 5 and 6. A natural minor. Now, we're going to look at two other types of minor scales. We're going to look at, the A harmonic minor scale and the A melodic minor scale. Okay, for the harmonic minor scale, let's go ahead and write in our notes of the A natural minor scale, which, as we know now, A minor has no sharps or flats. So let's discover why it's going to be called harmonic minor scale. If I look at A major, you hear those last two chords? If we have bass notes, what you're hearing is the bass E going to bass A, a 5 chord going to a 1 chord. If you're not catching that, that's not the most important part of this. The most important part is that we're hearing this chord. I went farther than I wanted to there. How about this one? We hear this 5 chord go to this 1 chord. We hear a harmony, a chord go from here, here, and it contains that melody. Well, that T, Do, that half step back to 1 is one of the most important parts of that harmonic progression. Now, if we look back at A minor, it doesn't have that T. So if I were to play that, not that it doesn't sound cool, but it doesn't nearly have the power as, you hear that? Do you hear how that chord just wants to push us back to 1? So what I've done is I've fixed the harmony of this music by changing the G to G sharp. I changed the solfege back from Te-Do to Ti-Do. You got that? I made a Ti-Do. So, when we make a scale involving that note, remember we're in bass clef, here's the G sharp. We call that scale the harmonic minor scale because it fixes the harmony. We fixed the harmony of A minor by adding that T there. Now there are times melodically when we're going to want the G. So the G is there, but every once in a while when we want that chord, we're going to change the G to G sharp. Okay? Now, melodic minor. What I'm going to do is go ahead and write the G sharp here right now. And let's go back to the piano and look at this. If I'm playing this that sound, it's cool, but it sounds a little bit outside of the style. The style that we're studying is Western European, American melodic styles, very more consonant, and this sound, as cool as it is, I think that we'd all agree that that's conjuring up some images of a more exotic culture, of something outside of our standard Western melodies. I expect belly dancers to show up, or maybe Spanish music. So my point is, it melodically it sounds out of character. Now, if we want to use that F sharp for this chord, but we also want to play a melodic passage to that G sharp. Did I say F sharp? G sharp. Then I can fix this big gap here by raising the F as well. Now that's a little easier on the Western ear. So what I've done is I've fixed the melodic motion by raising the 7th degree and the 6th degree. For harmonic minor, I fixed the harmony of that chord by raising the 7th degree. Now the book's going to talk about how there's an ascending and a descending melodic minor scale. Out in the real world, for most of us, when we say melodic minor, we're talking about this. We're talking about a natural minor scale with that raised 6 and 7. For the sake of theory study, we talk about melodic motion. When it's descending, it tends to use that original lowered version. Whoops, that's not it. That lowered version of 7 and the lowered version of 6. It's the same as natural minor. So that's the best way to look at it. The ascending form, ascending melodic minor has raised 6 and 7. The descending form, you go back to normal. Descending melodic minor just is natural minor. You just move those 6th and 7th degrees back to their original form. There you go. There's your natural minor, harmonic minor, melodic minor. Okay, one last thought. And this is important. We don't use these scales independent of each other. When we are composing in a minor key or playing in a minor key, I like to think of it as the minor realm. The minor realm contains the lowered 6th degree, the regular 6th degree. It contains the lowered 7th degree. And occasionally... Uh-oh, what happened? Oh, jeez. Sorry about that. Occasionally, you need to use a raised 7th. Sometimes you need to use that raised 6 and 7. This is all minor. All of this stuff, not the major scale, but all of this stuff is being in a minor key. So you're not just in harmonic minor or in melodic minor or in natural minor. You're in minor. And the idea of the realm, the minor realm, is that there are different versions of 6. Whoops, that was 5, but the different versions of 6 and 7 at different times throughout a single piece of music. So this is all considered minor. If you're in a minor key, you could have any of these at any time. There are reasons why they occur, and that's what we continue to study. But I just want to point that out. Okay. Woo, that's fun. Have at it. Take care.